I'm Suzanne Shaughnessy, and I've worked with a lot of clients at FreshAddress who have implemented ECOA programs, and so that's what I really wanted to talk with you about today. I really think, when Keith was talking, what really resonated with me is he talked about the challenges of email attrition, and he showed you that recovery plan slide, and I think it really included a worthwhile suggestion. Make recovery as much of an initiative as acquisition. It's really hard to think in terms of recovery when you are putting together acquisition programs, but it's really important. These are, proven, valued clients of yours, customers of yours. And then important questions that he had on that slide were, what's the value of your customer, and what value do you realize by being able to reach them by email? So ECOA, or email change of address, is going to give you that option again of being able to reach those customers by email. We will take those email addresses, or whoever you would choose to work with for that email change of address campaign would take your bouncing email addresses, and we also recommend inactive email addresses because they may be abandoned, or those people might be not even looking at that email address that has become inactive, and find a new preferred email address that would work for them. So it's like NCOA if you do NCOA on postal databases, but for your email list. We see typically at FreshAddress, we see about up to a 20% update rate, and basically customers pay per email address that they recover. So it's relatively fast and it's extremely accurate. And the processes, as you can see here, include hygiene, matching, messaging, and then more hygiene. So the messaging step, I just wanted to give you an idea of what the permission messages look like. They can be as personalized as you want them to be. They can include your own HTML that aligns with your marketing program, or if you don't want to kind of create that kind of a built-out message, you don't have to. It includes an opt-in option as well as an opt-out link, and it gives that customer a chance to reconnect with you by email and understand that that's what they're doing when you have instituted the ECOA program. So there are really a lot of sound business reasons to, to commit to these initiatives. But, basically you're cleaning your list, you're matching it against what we call a change pair database. So every piece of data includes an old email address and a new email address. You're analyzing then the matches or the updates that are potentially there, and weeding out any emails that are not safe to send, they're not deliverable, or they're not best practice. They might be bogus emails, they might be role emails, they might not be personal, they might be disposable addresses. Even if those are good deliverable email addresses, they're not the email address that you really want to use to update or replace the email address that you had in your file. So that hygiene is really critical and really important to your ECOA efforts. And that final cleanse really makes sure that what you get as an update for your file, those new email addresses that you're using, are truly safe to send. They're the most valuable, updated, preferred email addresses that those customers have ever provided. And so it's perfectly in alignment with loyalty and deliverability goals that most of our clients have in mind. And it really can contribute to driving revenue from a really reliable source. And it really, again, is providing dependable, reliable, good, deliverable email addresses for you to use ongoing in your marketing efforts. So I thought It's one thing to talk about what ECOA really is, but for most people who are listening, most people want to hear the stories. How did it work in real life? So we've worked with one nonprofit organization that's a very large, established international relief and development organization, and they shared some of the success that they saw from their ECOA programs. And they had a huge portion of their legacy database that was just unreachable for them via email. And then they shared with us that reconnecting with these donors and members through ECOA has generated nearly $700,000 in new donations. So they've really been very happy with their success and initiated an ongoing ECOA program. And then on the retail side, so the for-profit community, we worked with a retailer of pet supplies, and they use emails to communicate with their loyalty program members. They send special offers, promotions, special birthday greetings, and their birthdays for the pets. That each pet gets special birthday gifts, and they realized that they had lost touch with over 40% of those members. And when they saw that, then they knew that they needed to do something drastic, and ECOA was a great and easy solution for them. And they immediately saw a 25% increase in spending in that group. So ECOA has really helped just huge numbers of businesses and nonprofits in a vast variety of verticals. And as I was preparing for this, I saw a women's clothing retailer with 2 different brands. They use ECOA to recover email addresses for 100,000 of their best loyalty customers. And a hotel chain used ECOA to reconnect with their loyalty club members whose emails had changed. An online wine distributor was able to connect with over 160,000 customers. So when we look at, a nonprofit focused on animal rescue, or an educational software company, or an online lending and realty service, a utility company, an outdoor sports retailer, they might seem to have nothing in common, but what they have in common, what the common denominator is that email is an important communications tool for all of them, and all of these kinds of businesses have succeeded in reconnecting with their high dollar value customers or donors thanks to their ECOA effort.